Hello Gemini, welcome to your January 2020 reading. Thanks for joining me. My name's Michelle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Let's take a look at your oracle cards. Gemini, knowledge. Knowledge gained. But whatever knowledge you've recently gained, I do feel that it brings about change. And it seems to be about a voyage. Now this of course could be more of a voyage within, an inner sojourn, or it could be an outer voyage, perhaps even to a distant land. It could be a project or idea that's coming to life. But there's an energy around this of being ready, or getting ready, to embark on a journey. Sallying forth into the unknown. Where do you want to go though? What have you always wanted to do or to be? This is the time to make it happen, so get prepared. Have a clear vision of what you want to experience, but also, of course, be prepared for the unexpected, because with travel, as most of us know, part of the exhilaration is the unknown. You can plan, but there's some things you just can't plan for. So remember to enjoy the journey as much as reaching the destination is important. Once was innocent. It seems to me that this voyage or this journey brings about knowledge. And as a result of this knowledge, there's an energy of not being able to go back to a way that you once were or what you once believed. It's going to take courage, but when you accept this part of who you are, and you accept that what you've experienced is natural and good, you'll grow stronger, more fearless, more calm, more effective, and you'll no longer feel like you're walking in some kind of tangled pathway. It's more about finding your way here. Now, the energy around the person that you're dealing with, we have the orange calcite. And orange calcite is a fire stone. It fuels the second and the third chakras. But unlike many fire stones, it has more of a gentle, stimulating energy rather than an overwhelming energy. So it's excellent for overcoming shyness as well as depression. It asks to meditate with orange calcite if you need courage. So the person around you, I feel, is being called to, instead of saying I can't, say I can. They are meant to access possibilities, to channel creativity from the universe, step into a more creative self, open up to new paths of relating to others and starting to reshape their relationships in ways that make them healthier and more satisfying, evolving partnerships, and looking how they may deepen intimacy through trust and perhaps being more playful and creative in relationships. So there's an energy here of going forth with courage on both sides, I feel. And this journey here brings about knowledge and it brings about change, but it's good change. So Gemini, let's take a look. We'll start with the energy around the person that you're dealing with. At the bottom of the deck we have a card that's unique to the Tarot de la Nuit. We have the Angel de la Nuit. Now this speaks about the angel of the night. So there's a darker kind of energy around this. Perhaps a secretive energy as well that I'm picking up there, but let's see. We'll cut these cards and we'll focus in on the energy of this person, what they bring to the table when it comes to you, Gemini, their flaw, how they feel about you, how you feel about them, the strengths of the relationship, the weaknesses, the potential for a healthy relationship crossed by the roadblock to that, and the outcome. And remember, this can be vice versa, so however it resonates to you, that is your message. So let's see what we have. Gemini, the energy around this person. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So where there was perhaps some indecision, I get that it has become overwhelming trying to deal with two different things, two different pathways, two different people, two different situations. And the energy around this is of making a choice between a couple of different things. in order to regain their balance, their composure. Now what they bring to the table when it comes to you, Gemini, we've got the Empress in the reverse. Okay. So what I'm getting here is that there is some, I do think it's a little bit more than shyness here. I feel there is some insecurities, possibly around body image, is what I'm picking up with the Empress in reverse. Someone could make unfair comparisons. Not that you are to them, Gemini. I feel it's more about themselves, how they feel about themselves, comparing themselves to other people, ideals, movies, TV, books, magazines, that kind of thing. So yes, a little bit of insecurity that I'm picking up around this other person. They may have been in two minds, perhaps to take this journey or to this experience with you as a result of that, how they feel about themselves. Let's take a look. The floor, the Page of Wands in reverse, yeah. So I do feel that there's been a delay here. There may even be, I'm picking it up as holding back more than anything. This essence of holding back around this individual. So I do feel that this person is kind of, it's not that they don't have sensuality, and it's not that they don't have that. They do, but it's just kind of lurking beneath the surface. It wants to come out, but it may take some more confidence here for this person to come out here and fully experience that part of themselves, is what I'm picking up from Spirit. Now, how they feel about you, Gemini, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So that's good. It seems to suggest that they feel that this is going to be a positive change for them, something that is destined, something that's meant to come into their life. There's an energy of higher vibration with this. I also get luck and good fortune. So it seems to suggest that this person does want to be with you, Gemini. How you feel about them. We've got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so with this one, I'm getting an essence. Again, I pick it up as a repression, of withholding kind of energy, holding back. So the holding back here is on both sides. One, it's about holding back sensuality. For you, Gemini, I feel it's more about holding back emotion, not expressing emotion. Let's see what we have as the Strength. The Devil in reverse. Okay. As the Strength, I'm getting an energy around this, Gemini, of needing to tone things down a little bit and kind of meet each other in the middle, if you will. One person here seems to be more overt when it comes to their sensuality. Let's just say that. The other person is a little bit more, it's not that it isn't there, it is, but it's more of a gentle energy. So one person's fire is very strong, the other one is maybe a little bit more restrained, let's put it that way. So I think that meeting in the middle here and having this kind of not flame out, because if there's too much fire here, Gemini, it seems to me like something will just, it will flame out, it won't grow. Fire, as we know, creates, but it also destroys, and I think that the energy around this is of creation, so you want to create rather than destroy. So I'm getting a need to be a little bit more gentle with this person. Now let's take a look. The weakness here is the Five of Pentacles, along with the Page of Wands in the reverse. So rejection, fear of, there's more of a sense of lack that I'm picking up around this. Inadequacy, not feeling enough. Now, this is just fear-based, I feel, because it's not that you're thinking this way about this individual. It's just how they feel about themselves. Some kind of, I'm picking it up as image, how they're viewing themselves. So feeling that they're inadequate in some way. But they are adequate, of course, because I do think that you're very attracted to this person, Gemini. It's just that it's maybe hard to kind of get out of this person. There's a sense around this other individual maybe of holding back, or I don't think it's withholding as much as it is just it takes a little bit more to draw out. Okay, we have the Chariot. The roadblock here is the 8 of Swords. So there is determination, will to overcome any obstacles that are in the way here. But someone seems to be blocked, restricted. Now this could be more about a mental restriction than a physical restriction. Could be what I'm speaking about here is someone who doesn't feel worthy, doesn't feel adequate. So it's really a call to overcome these obstacles and to free one's mind, to free the negativity. It's really the essence that I'm picking up around this is more of the other person here, Gemini, but of course it can resonate the opposite way around. With this orange calcite, it's somebody telling themselves I can't instead of I can. Very much a feeling here of ignoring one's nature, not believing themselves worthy of love or worthy of this attention. So yes, there's a real danger here of someone giving up or not putting in the effort here, perhaps because of, I'm mainly picking up as image or how they're viewing themselves. Let's have a look at the outcome. The 5 of Swords in the upright. Okay. So I'm getting a feeling here, and I've got it as you, Gemini, that you want this person. That's clear to me. But the way in which you approach, I think, has to be a little bit more on the gentle side. Because if you come in maybe a little bit too strong or too forceful with that 5 of Swords, because there's a lot of ego involved with this, and the want to win. And along with the Chariot there, it can be very, very strong energy. And this will to win. You may come up against some kind of resistance with this person, not letting you in, out of their own fears and insecurities. Perhaps they don't feel worthy of such a strong response. I'm also picking that up as well. So let's see where this goes. I'm going to do the dual reading, Gemini, and we'll start with your energy this time. At the bottom of the deck for you, we do have the 5 of Wands. So yeah, there's that somewhat aggressive energy there. I get a lot of ego, Gemini, when it comes to what you want to, well, how you want to win this person. I feel if there's any kind of competition, I see you coming in here full force and going to battle for this individual. But again, this person may not feel like they're worthy of such a show of competitiveness, really. So let's see where this goes. We'll do a few more shuffles here for you, Gemini. I've got you coming in pretty hot here, Gemini, with a lot of power behind you. But I feel like there's restriction here around the other person. I've got you coming in, I've got a lot of night energy. But it's like you're wanting to break down the barriers, break down the walls around this person. But I feel like it's more of a gentle energy that you need to put in here, Gemini, rather than too much force. Let's see. We'll start with the past energy around this, where you currently stand, Gemini, where you hope to stand with this in the future. how you feel about this person, doubts and fears about the situation, challenge to overcome, and one card for the outcome. And we'll take a look at the other person. Fear of change. I get resistance around this individual, but I do feel that with time, so it may take a little extra time, I do think that you'll be able to break through this person's barrier. I just feel that this person has been hurt before, wounded, so they don't want to be hurt again. So they may be putting up some blocks here, but I don't feel that it's permanent blocks. I feel that these are just minor setbacks. Let's take a look. Either side can resonate, so please keep that in mind. Whatever side resonates the most, that's the message for you. We'll start with their past energy, where they currently stand, where they hope to stand with this in the future, how they feel about you, Gemini, their doubts and fears about this, challenge that they need to overcome, and one card for the outcome. Let's take a look. All right, Judgment in reverse, along with the Five of Wands. All right, I'm going to grab another card on that Judgment in reverse. Past energy for Gemini, please. Judgment in reverse. Past energy. We have the Death card in reverse. So I do think that you've had trouble with yourself with change and coming to a conclusion. It speaks to me of difficulties in making choices, making decisions. Difficult life decisions. I mean, these are both major arcana, so this is not a small decision, this is major. There may have been a situation that you were holding on to for some time, out of fear of change, resistance to a higher calling. Seems to suggest that you've been ignoring the call. Perhaps you felt a call to this person, that you were meant to be with them in some way, Gemini, but you've been resistant to that in the past. Let's see what the other person has here with this Five of Wands. Past energy for the person that Gemini is dealing with. Okay. The Star and also the Ace of Pentacles, but they're both in the reverse. Okay. So what I'm getting here is a lot of darker kind of energy. I did get that Angel of the Night card. I do think that this person in the past has not been open to new possibilities. There's a loss of faith in new beginnings, new opportunities. It's like this person has experienced that they've gone towards new things in the past with a lot of energy and thought, yes, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be optimistic about it, but it hasn't worked out, and so as a result of that, they've kind of switched things around here and gone more to the other side of not believing in new opportunities, keeping themselves in this place of lack, that Five of Pentacles energy, believing themselves to be in a situation which they feel they can't get out of, or it's just like their fate. They're fated to be in difficult situations or being met with resistance. So this is someone who's had to fight a lot in the past. But I don't mean fighting in a good way. It just seems like more of they feel like they've had to fight for everything. So they've experienced a lot of difficulties, a lot of pain. Okay, so that's why they've got these walls up. Now, Where you currently stand, you have the Temperance card, and they have the High Priestess. So that's a lot more peaceful energy that I'm picking up here. I get that you're at peace with decision making at the present time. You're in a good place, whereas in the past you were holding on to something, you were ignoring a call to something else, you were staying with the status quo, although you knew you had to eventually come to some kind of a conclusion here and make a decision. I think that you've recently found peace with a decision that you're making, Gemini, which is great. The other person, though, coming up as the High Priestess, is still these walls, this aloof. I'm picking up aloof energy. So finding it difficult to approach this individual. You know, I think that a lot of this is just conditioning. Just someone who has experienced a lot of pain. Now, they've become wiser with age, they've gained a lot of experience, they have a lot of knowledge, so they know things. So this is not some kind of ingenue or someone who's naive. This is someone who has a lot of knowledge and wisdom, which can be a little bit intimidating, I suppose, but I get more about distance, or feeling this distance or emotional distance around this person. Now, where you hope to be with this in the future, you've got the Magician. So you're wanting to make this happen. You're wanting to create. I get a lot of creative energy around you at the moment, Gemini, to manifest a dream, a goal, this higher calling. I feel like you've had this call to something more in your life, and you feel that this person is part of the journey. For them, they have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, so I feel that they're wanting to turn things around in their own life. Where that I was getting that more of that simmering kind of energy, that more gentle sensuality. I feel that they're wanting to change that, to bring that more to the forefront. I get it as the need to be more courageous when it comes to showing that side of themselves, Gemini. And I do think that they don't want to miss out on this opportunity with you. So there's something here brewing. Now, how you feel about this person, the Knight of Wands, yeah. I get that as this voyage, this journey. So you may want to travel. I do get distance with this High Priestess. It's like the unattainable person that they've been at a distance from you, but I get you wanting to journey towards them, a voyage, relocation, travel, adventurous spirit. For them, they have the Ten of Pentacles, so they're seeing you as potential to be long-term. So they're looking at you as potential for something that could last, that could go the distance. So nice energy around that. Let's see what your doubts and fears are. Well, your doubts and fears are the Ten of Pentacles. So the thing with this is you're not sure whether you want this to be long-term. Okay, well, that's where we're at there. When it comes to their doubts and fears, they've got the Six of Cups. So there seems to be a past connection here. Could even be past life connection. It may be a spiritual connection we're talking about here. Well, there does seem to be this calling, this pull, if you will, with this Judgment card. And especially if you're journeying a distance to this individual, there does seem to be some kind of magnetic kind of attraction here. Now, you may not be ready for a Ten of Pentacles. Well, I feel like you're going to be challenged by this person, because I think that this is going to be something that you're going to find will have potential to go the distance. But whether or not you're ready for it is the question. That's what may come as a surprise on this voyage. Remember, it's about expecting the unexpected. So you may be going towards this not really knowing what to expect, but then it kind of turns into something else. That could be good or bad depending on how you're thinking about that settling down here, Gemini. Now, when it comes to the challenge for you, we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's about where do you want to put your effort, your energies towards. You may have different, well, I'm getting it as divided loyalties, whatever that means to you. So it seems to me like that you may have a choice, a decision to make when it comes to where you put your effort. Is it something long term or is it not? Okay. The challenge for this other person is the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Hesitation. So you've got the Knight of Wands in the upright, they've got it in the reverse as their challenge. So it's really about having the courage to come forward here and go through this experience, wherever it may lead. Now the outcome for you, Gemini, we have Devil in reverse, and for them we have the King of Wands in reverse. Okay. So I think that energy that I'm picking up here, Gemini, is a very passionate kind of energy. I also am picking up a lot of, I have to say, arrogance. The main thing that I'm picking up it's kind of like, I don't think that this, number one, I don't think that this person is playing a game with you. That's number one. It may seem like it because it's like they're making themselves a challenge. Now, are they doing that as a game? No, I just think that that's them because of what they've experienced in the past. There is that kind of putting up a barrier, resistance to coming forward here. So you're finding that a challenge. But that's only making you want this person more, I feel. Now you may be, because of that, coming across as a little bit too forceful. I get too much power here with this King of Wands in the reverse. If it's in the upright, it's power used for good. But reversed, it suggests that it's being used in a way that is not useful. Remember, I keep getting this person as someone who you need to be a bit more careful of, a bit more... It's not that you have to treat them with kid gloves. It's nothing like that. It's just that easily scared off, I think, is more of the energy that I'm picking up around them. So Gemini, I think that you want to move towards this person. You seem to want to travel towards this individual. They've been at a distance from you for a while. You've been resistant to making change in your life. I feel that you've recently come to some kind of conclusion, and you're needing to kind of meet them halfway here. Meeting them halfway and trying to see how you can work this out. What you don't expect around this journey, though, is that it seems to potentially lead to something that could be long term. So we'll see where that goes in part 2. I hope that you join me there. The link is below in the descriptions box, and that will be available on the Vimeo channel. It'll be about another 30 to 40 minute reading. I'll be clarifying everything on the table, going very in depth, doing a Lenormand reading and looking at some oracles as well. So please do join me if this is resonating. And remember, either side can resonate, so keep that in mind. If you prefer a personal reading, of course, you can email me. My email address is gypsyinsights@gmail.com, and that email is also in the box below. So Gemini, don't forget also my 2020 year ahead forecast. Those are down in the box below. You can find the link for those as well. Wishing you the best of this, Gemini. I'll see you in part 2. Take care. Bye for now.